Hello, everyone. This is meteorologist John Keys with that forecast heading through the eclipse and a little bit beyond if you're going to be sticking around and have ongoing events. Still fire concerns across the region with the dry air and gusty wind potential. The greatest risk today is up and down the Snake Plain, heading into the Teton Valley, the Swan Valley, also heading up 93 through Arco and just beyond that, up towards Lone Pine on 28, and also up into portions of the Lost River Valley. Still looking at the potential of a few showers and thunderstorms through the period, especially through this evening over the southern highlands. Otherwise, high clouds and smoke. How's that going to affect the view of the eclipse? There is the critical area for fires today, and outside of that area, you could still get some fire starts with some gusty winds, but the most critical potential is across, again, the Snake Plain down towards the Magic Valley and those adjacent valleys off to the northwest and off to the east as well. The most important forecast, of course, is that cloud cover forecast over the next 24 hours. As we go through the rest of the day into this evening, you'll see some higher and mid-level cloud cover developing off to our north and to the west. That will continue to shift southeast and thin out just a bit according to most of the forecasts we look at, and just a higher level cloud cover. And we're generally talking around 15 to 20,000 feet and higher at this particular point by the time the sun gets up in the morning. And the consensus is that the forecast cloud cover will mainly extend from around Yellowstone, Teton, Jackson Hole, back to the southeast towards the southwest corner of the state. Going through the day tomorrow, the morning hours, that should thin out across the area and quickly shift on to the south and southeast, and we're only left with probably a few cumulus clouds tomorrow afternoon. Unfortunately, that's not 100% certain at this point. We're going to take a look at what we call an ensemble forecast, and what that is, you can take a forecast, tweak it a little bit, and get a different outcome each time. And we've done this, or the folks at NCAR, UCAR have done this with 10 different forecasts. This is at 6 a.m. in the morning. We showed you what the main forecast shows, but you can see a different scenario with that band of cloud cover over the area. Some have little to no cloud cover at sunrise. Some do have a band over the area, some of it thicker where you see some of the brighter colors. That means a thicker cloud cover, a thicker layer of high clouds. By the time we get to around 9 a.m. in the morning, a lot of them have it thinning out and mostly over western Wyoming, maybe a little bit extending back into far eastern Idaho. A few of those forecasts show a pretty decent band of higher cloud cover back to the south and west still at 9 a.m. Here's 10 a.m., 11 a.m. You can still see a few of the forecasts saying there's going to be high clouds over Idaho, more likely over into Wyoming at this point. By the time we get to around noon, 1 p.m., you can still see most of the forecasts getting rid of the band, but a few showing it's still there, meaning that we cannot be 100% certain at this point and likely won't have any more certainty until late tonight, tomorrow morning, on what's going to happen with the clouds. The thing that you don't see here as well is the smoke. We've had smoke moving into the central mountains over the past 24 hours. The lower level smoke, we do have the higher level smoke layer moving in, so that's something to think about in the morning as well. I think the denser smoke, at least in the lower elevations, will be in the central mountains for tomorrow morning into around the time of the eclipse, hopefully starting to thin out. And, of course, that higher level smoke should be thin enough that it really won't cause much of an issue. Now, the rest of the weather elements, the rest of the weather forecast, we talked about the gusty winds this afternoon and this evening. Really no shower activity or thunderstorm activity to expect after sunset this evening. The gusty winds remain overnight in some areas, but pick up again tomorrow across the area. Still some 15 to 25 mile-an-hour wind gusts for us, especially over the lower elevations and some of the ridges and peaks. As we go into Monday night, Tuesday morning, the winds pick back up again in the afternoon hours. There'll still be a bit of a breeze in some spots overnight. The important thing is if you're sticking around or have got some cleanup or ongoing events beyond tomorrow, Monday, you'll see that we do have some moisture moving in from the south. That will actually increase tomorrow, Tuesday night into Wednesday, for an increasing chance of showers and thunderstorms. The latest weather information can be found at weather.gov/Pocatello or on social media, NWS Pocatello on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube.